Okay, so my responsibilities are track and field, volleyball, women's basketball, and then cross country too. Um, I pretty much chose the path to athletic training because I wanted to go into medical school and kind of specialize in sports medicine, whether that be through surgery or just being, just in the hospital seeing patients. Um, when I went to Baldwin Wallace, they didn't have a pre med program. So I majored in pre physical therapy. And my advisors at the time were like, well, if you want clinical experience, athletic training would be really good to add to your resume. So I was like, okay, why not? I'm going into sports anyway. And that's pretty much how it just stuck with me. I ended up taking up my licensing exam and passed and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I ended up with athletic training. Kind of a roundabout way to be with sports medicine, but I don't think I would have it any other way. Oh gosh, there are so many. But one that really sticks out to me, I had never been out of the country before coming to Case, and I got the opportunity to go to Brazil with the men's soccer team, and that was just so eye-opening. It was awesome. They were, a fun group of guys to go with, and I got to go with Brandon, and it was really cool. The travel was a little bit long just because, you're going overseas and stuff like that, but to see them interact with other people and to like get all of that culture and meet other people and see the Americana. It was crazy. It was so cool. I want to go again, but not on a work trip. But it was really good to get my feet wet and get that first passport stamp with Case. So it was awesome. So I always want to say my parents because they're very hardworking people. But I would say a fellow athletic trainer would be my preceptor when I was in undergrad. Her name is Andrea Rugley. She's still in the area, but she's another woman of color who kind of took me under her wing. Being, a Black woman in athletic training, we're like a very, very small number. So just kind of following her lead and asking her questions and kind of getting her input on, being a person of color in this, you know, sports medicine aspect and working with sports and all that kind of stuff. It is a male dominated sport. So we have that other additional thing of being a woman. So it was really nice to have somebody to talk to and to vent to if I needed to, and for her to help me out through my undergrad. So I really do appreciate her guidance and her leadership with my studies and stuff like that. So I would say Andrea Rugley. We called her Drea, but so I haven't really been doing this too long, like Tom and Jay. So it hasn't really changed too much, but I would say just different rules, practice rules and things like that. I did go from a Division II school to a Division III school, so a couple different regulations here and there, but it really didn't change too much. I'm sure it will as I get further along in my career as an athletic trainer, but just various NCAA rules that we have to follow, things like that. One big one that kind of changed was the concussion protocol that we have to follow now with the Arrington thing. So I would say that was one big thing that definitely changed from me being an undergrad until now, like 5 years postgraduate. I'm gonna age myself, but that's okay. So I would say when I was in graduate school, I got the opportunity to work with some NFL teams. With us being in West Virginia, we got to work at the Greenbrier, and that's where the Saints, I believe, had their practice facility. So I got to go there 2 separate times, and they had what's called the Spring League, and we just got to work with various contracted athletes, free agents. It was cool to see their high level. I'm walking around, college students, they're kind of big, but looking at professional athletes, I'm like, well, these guys are giants. Even the small ones are big guys. Working with football, they have to be a decent size, but I was shocked that the smallest guy was pretty much like 6'2", 6'3". So I'm like, okay, But it was really cool to learn from my supervisor there. Opportunity was great. I would definitely do it again if I was offered the opportunity, just because, you know, the athletes were great. It was a fun environment, and, you know, it was great to watch football, of course. Okay, there's a lot. I like to, you know, kind of stay in the background, but I am one of 8 kids. So I have 6 brothers and 1 sister. All of my brothers live in North Carolina. And then me and my sister live here in Ohio. We are, you know, a big family, big happy family. I love them all, but I am what number am I? 5. I'm the first girl, so I get that, you know, get that trophy. But it's just a crazy, crazy time when we all get together. Fun, laughs, giggles. I love my nieces and nephews. So yeah, I come from a really big family. I may not look like it, but my brothers are a whole football team in and of itself. So